Good evening and welcome to Crafters TV. You are joining us on Launch Party. It is the day where we... I'm getting confused again because we're switching screens, but I know you can see me, so I'm going to carry on. I'm letting Charlotte know there, so she'll switch us around. I'm facing Jan again. It happened earlier, but there you go. Yes, welcome to Launch Party. It's the show where we show you all those new launches that have just been coming up and how amazing they are, and maybe just a little sneak peek into something that maybe is coming up this week as well, which I've just spotted, and it's absolutely gorgeous, so you're going to love it. Now, you're joining us on Crafters TV today. It's been an amazing day, and it's been amazing because we have an amazing guest in with us today. You always love her when she comes in because she is just the most amazing, very calm, very thorough teacher, and she just teaches us so much about crafts. I always learn so much. I know you always learn so much. But the lovely lady herself is Jan. Jan, you've had a fabulous day with your demos.
Do you know, I absolutely love being stood here doing the demo. And, you know, it's like I still have to pinch myself. I mean, I'm
Yes.
like, what, sort of 7 years down the line now for the company.
Yep.
I'm in my 5th year of this element of the job, and I'm still pinching myself that I am lucky enough and privileged enough to stand here and do what I love.
Aww.
And to the extent we were talking about this last week with Craig. I was here with Craig last week and said that I don't class it as work anymore. You know, it's a joy to actually come. It's a great team to work with.
Yes.
We've got that fabulous interaction with the customers, and then I just get to stand here and play. It's like, what more could you ask for?
You're absolutely right. We do get to just play all day. I mean, it can be hard work, but let's be honest, we do have a lot of fun, and we hope you do too. Now, we are fully interactive, so make sure you send us in your comments, send us in whatever questions you want to ask. Myself and Jan will try and answer them for you, so you can see just at the bottom there, Get Social with Crafters TV. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, and you can find us there and watch live. You can also save your shows and go back and watch them. So if there's something in particular that Jan has shown you today that you really like, has caught your eye, or you want to keep it for another date, make sure you do, especially with those Crafters Inspiration magazines, because we had a masterclass on them earlier. Jan did 5 demos in that hour, which is in that 2 hours, and we're hoping to get another 5 demos in tonight. We've been wearing you ragged today, Jan.
That's the plan, that's the plan. The more we can get in, the better, to be honest. So yeah, it's just balancing that timing, isn't
Absolutely,
it? It's a team effort,
Yeah, and we've got some amazing things to show you. Lots of you already in tonight. Stephanie's in saying good afternoon. Lois is in saying hello to everyone from Ohio. Jane is in from a super smoky Las Vegas. Mary is saying hi again to everyone. Jessica's saying good afternoon, everyone. Expressions by Candy is saying good morning to all my crafty peeps and Candy in Portland. Sherry is saying hello from Indiana. Phil is in this evening saying good evening all. Good evening, Phil. Barbara's in. Oh, Dean's saying all right, Phil. All right, Phil. Barbara's in saying hello, everyone from Indiana, and Melanie is excited for the show as usual. I will be crafting while watching. Hello from Florida. And Gal is saying hello from Maryland. Well, hello to all of you out there. It's going to be a fun-packed 2 hours, and hopefully you can just sit back and enjoy the ride. Now, the first thing I want to show you this evening is the amazing 12 Days of Christmas. Now, this collection came to us only, I want to say last week, maybe the week before. I lose track of days, but it wasn't very long ago, so it was one of our new launches. Unfortunately, our stamps have gone missing on here. You will get a full set of stamps in your collection. But this collection, I always start with this one because I think this is very poignant to the collection. You've got the full 12 days here. Of Christmas. You're getting your stamps to stamp them out. You can then colour them in and then die cut them out. I just think it's a great one for, these are great, Jan, for decorating your crackers, your table decor, that sort of thing.
Absolutely. The first thing that sprang to mind when I saw this was actually making Christmas crackers and having the 12 different symbols on the front, maybe just on a little circle
12
die.
crackers, yes.
I just think they would be absolutely stunning for the Christmas table, wouldn't they?
Absolutely. And I know lots of people that make crackers and sell them. So you could do your box of
Yes.
12 with those 12 days of Christmas on them. They
I've
would
never
be
thought
absolutely
about that.
amazing. So I love that collection there. There's also embossing folders in here. Now this one is beautiful. I've got a couple of samples of this as well, which I just want to show. Absolutely stunning. That's just painting on a shimmer ink pad, which absolutely beautiful. But what about a full coloured one like this one? I mean, it's a spectacular embossing folder, and obviously it's that partridge in a pear tree. You've also got the background embossing folder as well, so you can use that in lots of many ways. You've got a stamp set here, so using all those Christmas, your Christmas cheer, your Happy Christmas, warm wishes, and the 12 days of Christmas on there. Now the die sets are amazing. This one is beautiful. Jan won demo of the show, I think, on Wake Up Call. It's a beautiful tag, but I think this sells really well because of that Merry Christmas, that die, that font. You're going to be using it in lots of different ways. Now there's creator card dies in here, so you've got your Christmas tree there with those beautiful baubles, and you've also got that amazing partridge in a pear tree, which is your creator card. So literally cut that into your cardstock and you've got a ready-made card. Absolutely beautiful. Now all those today, platinum price for £48 or $60. So you can grab those ones now. Now we've got a demo with these. Jan, what have you got to show us with these ones?
Right, so I just pulled a couple of samples out. I think I showed this one earlier on this morning because we're going to do something along these lines later on in the show with that same fold. And I'm going to use the embossing folder to create some of the panels in it. So we're going to have a go at that particular. It's almost like a Z fold, but it's been done in a slightly different way, and I quite like that. So we're going to try that one later. I think this is similar to one of the ones you've just shown, Debbie, with that gorgeous embossing folder.
So beautiful,
They're
isn't it?
really pretty. You don't need to do a lot to them, do you? Like you say, just the ink pad over the top, excuse me, the gilding wax, however you want to have a go with it. It's really sort of, so it's got like a vintage look to it, I think. And then this one, I'm going to use the creator card one in our first demo. Let me just tilt that to avoid that glare for you. So yeah, this one's been done in the white and then just had that central piece added, you know, a little bit of colour in there, and then just a little drop shadow. So we're going to do a similar kind. We're going to do an easel card, going to change the colour scheme, and we're going to use that lovely creator card die. So Pretty Partridge. Those of you that are familiar with our dies will know that the creator card range is literally made to be the focal point on the cards. So this one's around about 5 inches square when it's cut, and again it comes in 2 pieces. Now I'm always going on about this because I love this aspect that you've got a choice to use the main panel here and cut into your card. So this doesn't have an external cutting edge on it. So it's got all that beautiful detail that you could cut maybe into the front of a card, maybe pop some acetate behind it or some of those gorgeous vellums behind it. But if you want to create it as a topper, which I'm actually going to do, you've got that external edge to go with it. Again, it's been sized slightly differently this time. Let me pop it on the back of my card so that you can see there, because I'm normally saying to you when we place these together that you've got about 1/8 of an inch, and I normally just run my pokey tool round just to show you the edge. This has got a little bit more, so you're going to get a slightly wider border. Now if, for example, I wanted a larger piece, so I've cut my card here I think at 5.5 inches, just ready to die cut, I could omit this bit, cut this into the centre, and again I would have an even larger border. Imagine it at 6 by 6 with this in the middle, 7. You could go on indefinitely without that external cutting edge, and this would be your outside edge. So I love the fact that you've got those choices in here. So what we're going to do, we're going to use these together, and I've just got some pearlescent cardstock here that matches my my theme, and pop this one on here. So again, if you're not confident in cutting both of the dies together, you can maybe cut your square out first and then position them in, or vice versa. But because we've got such a nice big gap round there, as long as you make sure that your dies aren't touching, then popping them through the Gemini shouldn't be a problem. They are a thin metal die, so they'll go through any of our machines. It doesn't have to be a Gemini. If you've got another manufacturer's machine out there, they will still work. So this one will fit on my smaller plates. So I'm just going to bring these back into play. Pop that one on there with my shims, and we will pass that one through the Gemini and get that cut. So again, we're turned on now, so we should be okay. There we go.
Look at your penguin up there on your Gemini. I love him.
He's just sat there, just watching. Again, don't worry about that clicking noise. It's just where the rollers are going over that external die. Because it's just an outline die, you will sometimes get that noise. Don't be scared by it, it is normal. Again, make sure you've got all the bits off there, all the housekeeping. And I mean, this is the bit that gets me with the dies and everything. You know, they've been tested and tested that you can literally, you know, look at this.
That's amazing.
Look at this, you know, you've got the odd piece left in there. But again, if I bring this onto here, all those pieces, you know, they're in the die. It's done its job. I can clean that out afterwards, but you've got that gorgeous detail on there. And I've just used a little bit of pearl cardstock on it. And then I've cut it again in some gold mirror card. And what we're going to do is we're just going to line them up so that we've got that little bit of drop shadow going on there, just to highlight it, and it picks up the light. So we'll pop that together first. And I've just cut this one slightly smaller. I cut it out with the die, and then I've just trimmed the edges slightly. I might need to take a little bit more off. It just depends how far. I think we'll probably be okay, so that it hid behind here. So I'm going to use my dotty tape pen on the back of the pearlescent one, and then we can position this over the gold one. So again, just the tape pen, follow the line of your die so that you're not working against any of those little die cut pieces. Get the dots on there. Step away from the card, Jan. And then again, if I do this on my white plate rather than the mat there, you'll be able to see a little bit better. So I tend to go over the top as if I was going to line it up. And then I tend to just come down and write just a fraction. You just want a smidge of that gold showing there. And then if there is any reason, I think we've actually hidden it behind it. If not, you can just trim the edges, but it's just sufficient to give you that gorgeous little sort of shadow behind it.
Yeah, it's
That's
stunning.
going to be the focal point on our design. Now, I didn't get the papers. What I tend to do with these, again, if you've got a brayer handy, just give it a good press and seal those dots in place, and I can just see a couple of little bits clinging on in the gold one there that I hadn't managed to get out. I saw two. Where was the other one? There it was. Just don't want to let go. There we go. So that's ready to be my focal point. And as I say, I didn't get the papers for this collection, so I just had a look through my own stash, and I wanted to pick out something that worked well with that sort of turquoise. So this is from last year's Bethlehem collection.
Oh, yes.
And again, just shows that they all mix and match.
Yeah.
You know, you can actually pop any of your papers in with the rest of them, and you will get that mix and match facility. So I've created a 5 3/4 inch square easel card. I've made my mats and layers, one to go on the inside here, like so. And then I've got my front section here, which is also 5 3/4 square, and we're going to put that second panel on the top of there. So just with the tape pen this time, the hand reach for the tape pen. As I said, there's no rhyme or reason as to whether I use the glue or the tape pen. It just happens to be what lands. You could use your Collal glue for this again. You've got that paper to cardstock. And then we're going to attach this one on the front of here to make that easel. So again, I'm just going to put the adhesive on that front panel to remind me that I only need to stick this element. If I used it on the back of the square panel, invariably I forget and end up sticking all of it. Doing it this way, I'm just getting it in that position where I need it, and then that one's going to go on the front. So you can see when we lift this now, we're getting that easel shape. So to stop that from sliding, I have just used some of the scraps and pop those up on a little bit of foam that's misbehaving again. And then we're going to use this as our stopper. And I tend to go sort of around about halfway, just so that that easel will stay up and stay open. So again, that one's going to go across there. So you can see now we've got that sort of easel shape going on. You can see how it's gone together. And then on the front, we're going to pop. And again, this one was worked out from the size of here, and then I've gone back with the layers to create the card on the back. So again, I'm going to go with that dots all around the outside there. This is the same quality of tape that's in your double-sided tape pens. It's just in a dot formation so that you don't get all those stringy bits behind your die cuts. So again, more than suitable for the job. I'm going to pop that one on here just to centre that one so that we've got those. And we've got that lovely turquoise showing through now, which sets that gold off as well even better. Okay. So again, you could use your braille with this, but I would recommend popping a sheet of something over the top of it so that you don't damage the die cut, just to make sure that everything's stuck down. And then I'm just going to leave that to be the front of the card. I want that to do all the talking.
Yeah, it's
and
beautiful.
then from this sentiment set, I've just stamped out the warm wishes, and I've done sort of like an ombre effect with our parakeet quick dry ink, and then a little bit of the gold Midas ink to sort of fade it, and that picks up the colours that are on the card itself. And then again, I've got a little bit of the foam on the back of here, so just to add some tacky glue on there, and then I'm just going to position this one, whoops, on the front here on that panel. So again, just to centre that one in here, popped a couple of little gems on it, and I'm just going to leave that beautiful creator card there to just speak for itself. You could add a few more little gems if you wish, but I wanted that to be the focal point, and then we've just got that little greeting at the bottom, and then that all folds down for you to pop in an envelope. You've got a little bit of bulk because of the stopper bar in it, but not a massive amount there.
That's beautiful, Jan. Do you know, I love that because it's actually quite simple, but striking. So
I think that's
striking.
the beauty of the product, isn't it? It's like the work's being done for you, so you can afford to keep it simple because that's doing all the work. That's where the creator card element comes from.
Absolutely.
That you can use that as the main part of your card. If you wanted to, you could die cut again and just trim out the partridge in the centre. Maybe in the darker turquoise would have looked nice to just have him in the middle just to highlight, but I just think that's really sort of elegant, and like you say, Debbie, it's so straightforward.
Yeah,
just matching and layering with that die cut on top.
Anna's asked though, she says she struggles with doing the drop shadow. Any tips on that?
Like I say, I always do the same thing. I always go as if I'm going to, so you need to be right over the top of it. Bring it towards you so that you're literally working over the top of it. And I go to line them up perfectly. Because it's been die cut, you've got an exact match. So go as if you're going to line it up, and then I usually just pop down and right, maybe like, I'm talking like 1/8 of an inch, if that, a millimetre, just down and right a little bit, or you can go up and left, depends where you want the shadow at the top or the bottom, whether it's a highlight or a shadow. Just have a little play around with it, and then once you've got that, if you're a little bit unsure, maybe try some of the wet glue, so maybe the tacky glue, so that you've got that little tiny second or two to wriggle it about, whereas the dots, once you've pressed them in there, you're sort of committing to that stick. But that's how I do it. That works for me. I know some of the team may do that differently, but I just drop it down, move it right until you've just got that little tiny bit of, whoops, I've just knocked my centre.
And I think less is more sometimes, isn't it? A lot of people think you should have a bigger one, but then it gives your eyes funny, as if you've got double vision, doesn't it?
Vision, yeah. So if you look again there, excuse me, there is just a fraction of the gold showing there that's picking up the light on it. It's just enough to give that hint that there's something there behind it, yeah.
Yeah, stunning.
Yeah.
Hope that helps, Anne. So, but keep trying and keep practicing. But less is more. You just want that fraction, as Jan said, of that drop shadow. Write that collection if you want to be creating a card like Jan's just done. This collection is for you. Now we've got a stamp set. The stamps are missing on my set here on my boards, but you will get the full stamp set plus the dies to create all those 12 days of Christmas. So absolutely beautiful designs. You're getting that creator card, so that's the one that our Jan was using in that one. You can cut it straight through your card, or like Jan did, cut it out as a topper with that outside cutting edge. There's also the Christmas tree, which has that beautiful bauble, another creator card design, and that also comes, oh no it doesn't, that cuts out the whole thing, this one. I thought it was a creator card. Does it? Does it cut in and out? Is there an outside cutting edge on that one? I have to check on that one. And then you've got the warm Xmas foliage, which is beautiful. So that's your tag die system, creating your tags. What I love about that, it means your card can be as long as short as you want. You can make some nice Christmas bookmarks with that one, so absolutely beautiful. We have embossing folders in that collection as well, so that beautiful background foliage one, and we've also got the partridge in a pear tree. We've also got some amazing stamps to go with that collection again. So if you want those, platinum price £48 or $60 today. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, June Franco. She's reached platinum today. Woo!
Well
we love
done.
that, June. Probably not good for the bank balance, but it's good for you to get to platinum, so well done. Kathy is saying, I so can't wait to get this collection. Yes, it's absolutely beautiful. And Jerry is saying, hello everyone, from I hope your day is cooler than what mine is. It's 103 today in Oklahoma.
Oh my goodness.
It's very, very hot. I think it's raining here. Did I hear rain earlier?
Yeah.
Lois is saying, very pretty card. Thank you so much, Jan. Yeah, absolutely beautiful design. Right, we're going on to something now which I absolutely love. First time I've seen them today. Jan done a penguin with these card bases earlier in Wake Up Call. They are absolutely amazing, and I think right on trend for this Christmas as well. They're sort of cutesy but easy, but lots to do with them and lots of varieties that you can die cut them with. I love the Christmas tree. I think it's always the most traditional one. You can make a card base, but also your toppers. You can make hanging decorations. You can put hangers on the trees. You can put name places for your Christmas table. You're getting all those stamp sets and all the dies. In fact, 127 dies in total and 45 stamps. The snowman, super cute. I mean, who doesn't want to build a snowman? He is amazing. But not only do you get the dies to cut out his facial features, you've also got the stamps here as well. And I absolutely love all these differences in the stamps where you can hit all his expressions that he can be pulling. Absolutely love that one. We've also got the gingerbread house, another gorgeous design, and we've been promised by our Sarah that Michelle will be making a gingerbread house out of this one for one of the craft alongs coming up in the near future. We've also got the penguin, which is the one Jan used this morning in Wake Up Call. Absolutely beautiful little guy or girl, whichever one you're creating with, and again all those stamp sets with that, plus all the dies to get really creative with. If you want those today, platinum price. So June for you, platinum price £60 or $75.20. Absolutely amazing. Right, we've shown you the boards. Let's head over to Jan. I'm sure she's got some samples and a great demo to show us. Jan, what you got?
I certainly have. So again, these were designed with that kind of shaped card in mind. So the concept itself creates those gorgeous little cards that are really cute. There's no other word for them. So this morning we did the penguin. I showed you how to pop the penguin together. He was here. So that one was a top fold. The little snowman we've got on a side fold there. And again, we were talking about the fact that these would make great little table decorations, maybe with names on, you know, for your Christmas table, or if you're having any kind of festivities over the holiday at Christmas, maybe hanging them to do like a bunting. You could put sort of the initial on front of each one to spell out a name, or whatever you know, sort of function you're having. And again, using those in different ways. Like this one's the little gingerbread house. So that's the card blank. You can see that same concept there where we've just used the back and scored it to make that hinge on the back. I'm going to try and fit a demo in with this later where we build this as a 3D house. Just to get that in at the end of the show. And then also, you know, using them on your cards, there's nothing to stop you cutting them out and using them as toppers. Absolutely gorgeous building the card. You could have lots of different trees with different coloured decorations if you're making them as a gift set. If you do the craft fairs or anything like that, maybe have a set of cards that look alike, but all the trees have different colours and different presents underneath them. And then again, taking it a step further, I love this little guy. So you can see we've used some of that gorgeous metallic card there, and this is on a little box with where's he gone? Oh, it's got the drawer in here. You've just got the little drawer in the front, but then he stands up on the top.
Oh, I
just
love
think
that
is so cute, isn't it? Is there a name
that's
on that
lovely,
one?
that is.
It's oh no, there's nobody, no name on the back of it. I just think that is really, really cute. And again, any of the dies would do this. You know, you can imagine this with the snowman in here. You could imagine it with the little gingerbread house, or the Christmas tree. They would all do
gingerbread
the same.
house with gingerbread cookies inside.
The drawer. How cool would that be? Yeah, just as a nice little Christmas
Love
gift.
that.
So lots and lots of different ways. So because I showed you how to pop it together as a card this morning, this one was on Wake Up Call. So if you weren't watching this morning, you can have a look and back, and I show you how to cut that and just pop the hinge in to make it into a card. So I thought this time we'd go with the card topper on the next one. So we're going to use the Cheerful Snowman. And again, I love how much you get in these kits.
So much.
Absolutely jammed, you know, there's no space left uncovered. So not only do you have that external cutting edge, you've got all the different pieces, whether he wants a little bobble hat, like a Santa hat, whether he wants a top hat, you've got the different types of scarves. He's even got some little antlers if you wanted to go sort of cutesy with it, the broom, all the little bits that you need. So what we're going to do, excuse me, have a quick look at the stamp set again, and I love that you've got all the different faces on here. So, you know, you've got the smiley face, he's sort of having a, not quite sure about this one. You've got that smiley face with the eyes closed. You've got the smiley face with the little tiny, you know, maybe the lumps of coal for his mouth there. And again, absolutely crammed with all the different sentiments in there. There's Snow Buddy Like You. Aww. It's cuddle weather. I just love them. Take time to chase the snowflakes, yeah? As well as some of the more popular ones. So, what I've done then is I've done quite a bit of prep again for this one. So we've taken that outside edge and I've used my multi-purpose card just to cut a couple of these. We're going to use 2 snowmen on the front. We're going to make a little girl and a little boy. And again, I've just used that blue ink with my applicator around the edge of them so that we've got that illusion that it's no longer flat. It just creates that sort of illusion that there's a bit of shape in them. And then, let me just pop that one back on there. I've just gone with all the scraps out of the drawer. And if I bring in this one, try not to get it in front of the fan, otherwise they're going to end up everywhere. You can see we've got all the little pieces here that we're going to use to build the snowmen. So I've cut a scarf. You can see the scarf in the middle here, one in pink, one in blue. I've gone for the little bobble hat in the pink, and we've got the little piece that fits over the top here. On here.
Am I seeing things, or are they reindeer's antlers on there as well?
There are.
Oh, there are.
Literally is. So again, you can make him, you know, you can make it really cute if you wish.
I love that.
Yeah. And then I've cut the more like the Santa hat with the scarf for the blue. You've got the pieces to cut the little carrot noses out. You've got all the eyes. We've got the little coal mouths there. And these are all, you can see all the elements of the dies here that you can actually use. You've got his little mittens to put on the end of the twig arms. So many different ways to do them. So all I'm going to do is just spend a minute or two popping these together, and we'll try and do that as quick as we can. So I want to do the blue hat, we're going to put on one of them, and the pink hat on the other one. So again, I've just created that extra layer and snip that out. You can add your glitters to this, or if you manage to get, if I dare say it, the puffy snow, that would look great on here, just to create the illusion that there's some fur along there. And then he's got that little tiny one to go on the edge of here. And then we've got the pink one again with that extra piece, and all the white pieces, I've just done that inking around the edge of them to give that illusion that there are, you know, a little bit of shape to it. So again, we're going to pop that one across the pink there. And I'm just using my tacky glue for this just to add that little bit of adhesion there. So again, we've got that way, I think, just to go over the top here. So that's going to go on that one. We're going to put the scarves on them, keep them warm. Or maybe not keep them warm, they'd melt, wouldn't they? So on here, and then the blue one. And it really is good fun, you know, especially if you're, I just think these are perfect if you're crafting with the children or the grandchildren. How cool would it be to just decide what colours, you know, get all the bits of scrap card out, decide what colours. A lot of the smaller pieces, apart from the actual snowman outline, would fit through your smaller machines. So like through the mini, the children can actually decide what colour they want to work with and then cut their pieces out. They're not in any danger with that sort of manual machine. So again, we're just going to go with the eyes on there. We've got one. Try and get the little highlights in the same place so that they don't look cross-eyed. I've just used a white gel pen to pop a little tiny highlight on the eyes there. And again, same at this side. One, whoops. Two.
I love that you get the different shaped hats.
They're lovely, aren't they? And as I said, there's a top hat, which is possibly more typically the snowman. We often think of him with that nice black top hat on.
Well, Batman and Robin, the penguin, has a top hat, doesn't he?
Of course. But I just think, again, you know, a lot of mix and match capability with them.
Yeah,
you know, if you
absolutely.
wanted a top hat for something else in a different range, you've got that there that will die cut. So again, I've got that little tiny smile there, which we're just going to pop the tiniest bit of glue on so that it doesn't go squidging out everywhere. And then the same on this side.
Mary Pat saying every time she sees the pom-pom, she just wants to have puffy snow. Did you get your hand on the puffy snow?
I didn't.
Well,
no, I need to start and be quicker with these.
I know. Well, I didn't even know it existed. I didn't know it even existed, Jan. And then someone was talking about puffy snow. I was like, what's puffy snow? But I did a demo day down at Evesham and they saved me one. They gave me one. So I have got it.
Oh.
Yes, they were very good to me and I've got a puffy snow now and I love it. It's just absolutely brilliant.
His little carrot nose. And they're just great, they really are to have a play with. You've actually got different sizes as well in the little circle. So you can see you've got the round ones here that I've used for the eyes, but you could use these little tiny ones here to create buttons down the front if you wish.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many, you've got a little bow tie. If you didn't want the scarf, you could have a bow tie with his top hat. So many ones. You've got the little stick arms here with the mittens. They're all so many
dyes there, Jan.
So I'm going to leave
that really
those to
bad?
dry.
Sorry.
And just very quickly,
Jan didn't take no notice of me, by the way.
The card together. So again, just a little bit of simple matting and layering, papers of your choice, and then I've just got some black just to the matte layer. Just makes that pop slightly on that one, and then again the same on this one. And again, this has actually felt like I did this morning. You know, you never know what order we're actually going to prep here until we get to have a chat with our producers. And I've ended up with 2 easel cards in a row. It's like, what's the chances of that? This morning we did 2 of the split acetates. And then now this evening I've actually got 2 of the easel cards.
I love an easel card.
Oh, I do.
I find I've been making loads of them just lately.
And different sizes as well. It doesn't always have to be a square, does it? So I
do love that little box easel though that you just showed. I might be making some of those, that's for sure.
So again, We did something similar to that last week with the mini memories. I just used the drawer element to make it into a gift box.
Oh, that's a
and I
good
made
idea.
a little 4-inch square easel card to sit on the top of it. And I think we're out of. Let me use that one.
Do you need another tape
I
pen?
think I have got another one across the way here, but just for ease at the minute, I can pop the glue on there. So this one's going to go on the front. And again, my apologies for ending up with two. We never know until we look at the running order as to what order we're going to do them in. So that one's going to go on the front. I am just going to grab another tape pen because it will set a bit quicker than the wet glue for this purpose here. So again, just on that bottom half, line up this one. And then we're going to use those cute little penguins, little snowmen on the front there. So I'm going to pop him flat at the back.
Oh, apparently that little penguin box was made by our Corinne.
Oh, wow.
That's why it didn't have a name on it. So she must have made it on the show.
So he's going to go on there like so. And then I'm just going to grab just a few little pads. We don't need to put lots of them on there. Oops. And just raise that one up slightly so that there's a little bit of definition between the two of them.
I love that, two of them. They won't...
just little twinnies.
They won't have a melted heart, will they, with two of them?
So again, pop that one on as well.
Ah, I love that.
And then I have got, from that sentiment set there, we've got Have a Jolly Christmas, or a Holly Jolly Christmas even.
Have a holly jolly Christmas.
Yep. So again, just pop those, and I've stayed with the black just to match what we've already got. And then I need to pop that up on a little bit of foam, and that's going to act as the stopper for the easel. So again, just take those backs off. And then oops-a-daisy, this is where we are with the wet glue, you see. More haste, less speed. So again, once we get that one stood, you can decide whereabouts you want it. So I'm just going to pop that one reasonably central. And then I have die cut just from one of my snowflake dies. Just a couple there, just to add a bit of detail to the front of the card. So again, I'm just going to slot those in the edge there. And then we've got that little duet of snow people. And if I turn you that one round now, you can see they are so, so cute. So easy to use, such good fun to put together. You know, you can do so many different colours. You could have rainbow hats and scarves. It could be a Halloween snowman and do it all in black and orange, things like that. There's so many different ways, and I think you could have such good fun with the kiddies actually making these as well.
Oh, I absolutely love that, and putting multiples on a card just shows you the versatility that they are. I love using them as a topper as well, Jan, as well as that card base. So if you want them, you want to be recreating what Jan's been doing this evening, this is the one for you. It's our graceful snowman. Lots of different dies on there. I think the versatility of that with those different hats, all your different ears and arms, and it's just an amazing one. I absolutely love that. Really beautiful design. I even love that we've given you the die for the snowman to sit on as well, so like that shadow at the base is even in there. I just think it's a great set to have, and especially having all of the go that way, all of the little faces in the stamps as well. But if you want to be creating not just a snowman but a penguin, you've got the penguin design there as well, and again that top hat from the snowman can go onto him as well as the hat that he's got there. Love there's bunting in that one as well, just a really nice design, this sort of candy cane. We've also got the gorgeous candy gingerbread house. They were saying candy cane in my ear and I'm saying candy house. I normally can switch off, but sometimes not. I love the gingerbread house. You've got all the little hearts, the lollipops, you've got that gingerbread man and lady, whichever ones they are. Absolutely beautiful design. And the last one in that collection of the 127 dies and 45 stamps is the Christmas tree, and that comes with all those elements, the baubles, the star, the bunting, the lights, everything that you can want, including your Christmas presents for under the Christmas tree. In platinum price, £60 or $75.20. So that's an exceptional one. Now, something else that's been exceptional today and that you are absolutely loving, and that is, and we were talking about with Jan just then, is our memory box dies and templates, and just amazing collection, this one, and I absolutely love it. I'll show you the dies in a second, but first of all, within this collection, you're getting everything you need to be able to create your drawers, your boxes, your folders, your files, creating those mini albums, creating the drawers. So these are the templates. You're getting templates in here. The one that creates the actual spine cover. You're also getting the ones that create your drawer and your drawer casing. So this is the one that Jan was saying about that you can use to create that drawer, that wrap around, and then you've got a drawer to create an easel card on top if you wish. So there's lots of different options for that one. You're also getting boxes in here as well. So if you want to be creative, making a little box, you've got your box lid here, then you've got your sides of your box. You just create two of those, pop them together, and you've got your box in your container. You've also got your lid there, so you've got your drawer, another drawer template there, so that's what your drawer slides into to create the drawer. You've then got these little boxes, so your box files. I think these are just ingenious. I think to have these templates, be able to cut them out, even with having the little circle here that you can, the template to do that and know exactly where that's going, so that's your finger holds to pull them out of your boxes. And then our last one in that collection, and this one is your pocket page as well. So creating a little pocket to hold all your pages. Now within that collection, you are getting a number of dies. Now the dies in there, these are amazing because what they do is they create your pages. You can have all these different edges. You can see all the different designs running down here, so whatever page edge you want to use, you just take your pick. There's plenty to choose from. You've also got your index pages as well, which I think is a really good idea, especially if you like being organised. You might want to have a little calendar in there, you might want to put birthdays in there, lots of different things, recipe cards, your receipts from work, anything that you want to just keep, or even just memories of your ticket stubs for a concert or something like that. I love this one. Not only have you got a really comprehensive set of gorgeous nesting dies there with sort of like those torn edges. They're actually to make your pages, so that will make your flip book, which means each page turns into another. It's a really clever die set, that one. What about some accessories to decorate with? So we've got plenty to go on there. You've got your tags, your little corners, your little pocket ones. These sort of fold together to create little tabs that are sticking out, so absolutely amazing. And then the last one, this one is going to create your actual memory book tab at the top. You literally cut these out, fold them, and they will create that top piece there, which is your spine and for binding together. So that's your binding rings and your spine in one. Amazing value, this one, and such a good price today. Platinum price £50.50 or $61.18. Absolutely amazing. Jan, you've got some samples there which are beautiful, aren't they?
Absolutely love the concept behind this. It's like I love doing things that are 3D construction anyway, and the fact that you can make these as gifts for people, you can save them for yourself, you know, you can have them stacked on your, if you've got a craft room and you've got space in there, you could have them on the shelves in there, decorate them with your favourite paper collections. It means you get to keep them and look at them and see them. We've all got those paper pads that we don't use because they're too pretty to use on anything else, but use them on things that you're going to keep. And again, you've got the concept there to make. If I just take this one, for example, take out the little file folders, you've got the templates to make the casing. So it starts off here as a 5 1/4 inch cube. And you've got the facility to make that by just literally drawing around the templates, popping them together with the glue tabs and making that initial cube. Then you've got templates that make the drawer panel, which essentially just stick underneath the cube, and then you can disguise that with your papers down the side. So there's actually a join across here where this piece attaches to the top. And again, you've got that facility maybe keep, you know, if you're using them for albums, you could keep some extra photos in here, or if you've got sort of printed photos in here, you could put a digital copy on a little CD in the drawer so that people could print out extras if they wanted to give them. And then you've also got templates that make those gorgeous little file folders. So again, just how you would normally expect with that edging. You've not got to worry about measuring that angle. It's all done on the templates. You've got the facility to put the little finger pull in. And these are 5 inches square, so that they just fit nicely inside the top section there of that little cube. So you can get 2 of those inside. These are large enough then to fit your albums. So if you wanted to make the mini album and pop it in here and keep it this way. Alternatively, if I bring the other one back in, you can put your mini album straight into that 5-inch cube. And again, that spine being individual means that you can make your mini albums as small or as large as you wish. So again, just pop that to one side. This one has just got a couple of spines inside. You can see there the makings of it. And you've got those pages with that beautiful decoration. If I turn this one around and just, you know, you can see those accessories being used inside with the nesting circles. You've got those extra decal edge, sort of tone edge rectangles there. You've got the little tags, the corners, the flowers. These are all part of that accessory set. But if you want to extend this and just add more of the spines and the pages in, you can see how we get to this kind of depth. So again, there's no limit to how many pages you want to put in here. It depends how many photos you're wanting to showcase. A lot of people, I know I watch a lot of YouTubers that do the, and again, I think it's more of an American hobby than it is here yet in the UK, and they do the December dailies, which is a little book that they use throughout the month of December and catalogue in photos and words what they've done each day during December. So again, you know, you could do this along that kind of lines, maybe not necessarily one for every day, but it could be one for each week. What did you do during the first week in December and so on, leading up to Christmas. But again, you know, depending on how you make these are all designed to fit back in that lovely casing. And again, you've got that little storage drawer. Nothing to stop you putting the drawer at the top or having one at the bottom, one at the top. The one that I haven't had time to try yet is just making the drawer casing, which is in like a little matchbox sleeve. You can just see if I take the drawer out, you've got that sleeve that fits at the bottom. How about making 3 or 4 of your drawers and just stacking those to make like a little chest of drawers? So again, you could have that in your craft room. You could have buttons in one, you could have foam pads in one, you could have embellishments in another one, and just have it there in your own craft room. And as I say, that I always think that's a really nice way to enjoy those papers that you don't actually want to use on anything to send to someone else.
Yes, absolutely, and you've got them on show all the time. Just one thing I forgot to mention is the hardware. You are getting the corners, which are the metal corners that go around the boxes. Unfortunately, we have sold out the little handles, but there's lots of other ways that you can make your drawer handles out of those, but they will be included in that bundle as well. So make sure you go for those. Beverly is saying that page edges would be good for just normal card edges. Absolutely, they would be amazing. Yeah, they're a great one, aren't they, to edge your card with. Sweet Imp is saying, I bought these. A lady on one of the groups did hers with her dogs, and it looked fantastic when she did them. Yeah, it's a great idea. And actually, we have a lot of memorable photos and things. So not just memory books, but maybe little photo albums and things like that you can use them for. They're so good. Stephanie is saying that she's really looking forward to receiving hers. Oh, so we're going to the cute. So I think these are the card bases. Such a cute card, Jan. Very cute, Jan. And Sweet Imp is saying, hi all around the globe. Yes, hi all around the globe. But we're going to let you check out your baskets, and we're just going to have a little look at our Club Inspire. Take a look at this.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get social with us. Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, on your TV or tablet, you can get so close to the action, it's like you're in the studio with us. You can ask questions about products or crafty techniques. Get hints and tips from our expert demonstrators. Plus, share pictures of your crafty makes with our amazing community. Crafters TV, getting you closer to the crafty action.
I have to tell you, every single person works tirelessly behind the scenes, and I can't just give a shout out to one person, because for me it has to be John, Tracy and Jake.
Going to give a shout out to our backstage hero, and I'm actually going to say heroes. It has got to be our product coordination team. It's got to be.
Because without those three people, when we're on air, we wouldn't be able to function like we do. They make sure we have everything we need, right from the samples to the product to having a drink of water throughout the show. They really look after us.
You see us day in, day out, 7 days a week, live on TV. We're crafting away, we're hopefully inspiring you. Every single card, every single product, every single tool that we touch has come from product coordination. Those guys are the unsung hero. They're there making sure we have the products, we have the inks, we have the tools, we have everything that we need. We have the power to actually work our Gemini ranges. The smooth running of behind the scenes of Crafters TV is all down to our product coordination team.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Are we in trouble or are we all right?
Yeah.
Should be coming in. Should be coming.
What does she do?
Exactly
What
how
does she do?
he looks.
This is awesome! This is awesome!
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
And I watch you every day, and it's just what really gets you through when you're really at rock bottom.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Yeah, we're here every day of the week, so make sure you tune in. If you're new to us, then hello, come by and say hello. We're absolutely social with you, so your comments come through to the studio. If you need to know anything, want some any questions answered, you want to maybe ask Jan about her expertise and what she wants to, or whatever you want to ask her, in fact, then make sure you come through and ask those questions. And if not, you just want to say hi, then come through and do that as well. Right, the next thing we've got is something very sparkly. I'm a little bit of a magpie. I like anything that sparkles or glitters or shines, and I absolutely love the next thing that we've got for you, which is our glitter paste. They were eagerly anticipated because we couldn't wait for them to get in the building, and when they did, the first lot that we come in, so these are our Christmas lot, which are our second lot of glitter paste, the first lot literally sold out. You just bought them all, you absolutely loved them. and we've heard nothing but good things about our glitter paste. It's such a good consistency. It's packed with glitter in every single pot, and you will absolutely love them. So the glitters, first of all, before I show you the stencils, come in these 6 colours. So you've got your poinsettia, so obviously the red one there, then you've got your fairy lights, you've got your holly and the ivy, and then below we've got our silver bells, our ice dance, and then our snow angel. That snow angel one is going to be beautiful and looks really amazing when you mix it with onto black cardstock. It's quite iridescent. It's absolutely beautiful. The sparkle that you get from these is amazing. Now each tub is 50 mils, so you'll get that in there. They are just jam-packed, you can see, with all that glitter. Show one that's a little bit more lighter so you can see all that beautiful glitter. So those today are £45 or $56. Now alongside those, because they were our Christmas paste, we did bring out some amazing stencils. These stencils have been really popular and you've absolutely loved them. And I think it's because I don't believe I've seen stencils like this before, where you get that really big background stencil, you get those emblem stencils like the motif, and then you also get a sort of border stencil. This one you're getting the Santa Claus as your border, you're getting that bauble, you're getting that beautiful snowflake background, which actually I think is an all year rounder. You could use it as champagne bubbles, a celebration, confetti for a wedding. Just a beautiful design, that one. You're getting 12 stencils in total. There's 4 different designs. That one is your bows, so your Xmas poinsettia. I love this one for decorating boxes, putting your bows onto tags and glittering through them. Absolutely stunning. You've got your Holly Jolly Christmas with the bells, that border, and then that beautiful holly design on the back. And each one of these has been done with the stencil, with the glitter paste, which just look incredibly pretty. And the last one in the collection, we've got our graceful snowflakes. Another beautiful design there, having that border, having that one where you can just go through. Absolutely love this sort of topper that you can put onto them. Now platinum price £24.80 or $30.40. They're absolutely beautiful, and you will love all the designs on these. Now Jan, I believe you've got a demo in store with these ones.
I certainly have. I've got a few samples just to show you before we get cracking. And again, you know, we actually launched that everyday collection and you absolutely loved these. So to bring out the Christmas colours as well to sort of complement that collection, absolutely stunning. So whether you use all 3 pieces or just pick out elements from it, this is just use that border piece and then that focal element here with the snowflake using the gold there. Absolutely, I think that's really elegant. I think that would make a gorgeous, you know, change the sentiment on here. And I'm just thinking, if you've got a winter wedding,
oh yes,
or a Christmas time wedding, that would make a beautiful invite design, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we've got the one with Santa on there, going through all the snowflakes. Again, mixing and matching with any sentiments that you may have in your stash. So again, you know, using them in whatever configuration. You can see here, we've used all 3 elements. So we've used that beautiful background with the holly, you've got the border, and you've got that focal point with the bells. And we've just run 2 or 3 different colours to get that lovely, you know, sort of gradient in the, it's really hard to show you here in the studio, but the level of sparkle in these, they are crammed full of glitter, the paste, they really are. And then this one done in the blues and silvers again.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous. Now I'm going to mix and match a couple of them here. And I have got them done, as I say, because obviously you need probably about, I would say 20 to 30 minutes drying time, depending on where you're working and how warm it is in your room. So you're going to get that large stencil. And again, if I can just find something to put that on so that you can see it a little bit better there. Is that any better? Not really, is it? Shall we try black? Maybe black would be better to show that off, wouldn't it? Just grab a piece of black. There we go. Now we're cooking. All right. Now, I like the fact that Leanne's included that larger border. Such a lot of stencils just have a little, maybe 1/8 of an inch border around it, and it's really easy to go off the edge, or if it doesn't quite meet the edge of your card, you get the glitter down here. These are sort of like that extra large, the 8.5 inches square, and you've got that nice border so that you can contain the glitter inside. So we're going to use this bit, but we're going to use it on a smaller piece of cardstock. And then in this one, you're going to get your border, And you're also going to get that lovely snowflake as well that you can use with them. Now I'm going to mix and match them, and I'm actually going to use the border die from the Christmas poinsettia because I wanted that gorgeous little bow on the front of here. So I'll show you where I've got to with the main stencil. And again, I've just got a piece of black, and I'm just going to tape this into position. And again, it doesn't really matter because the cardstock's smaller than the die itself. You can just choose an area that you want to use, and I'm going to pop some tape on the back. Now, if you prefer to use the stick and spray repositionable adhesive, you can do that on the back of your stencils. I'm just going to go for it. What I've also got just off the edge of the screen here is I've got a little tub with some water in, so that when I've done this and I've taken any excess glitter paste away, I'm going to drop the whole stencil into the water so that I can clean it later. If you let the glitter paste dry on your stencil, it won't damage the stencil, but it's a lot harder to get it off there when it's dry. So just by popping it and submerging it in water, you can go back to it when you've finished if you're doing a batch of them, and they'll literally just rinse off under the tap at that point. So I'm going to bring in the Ice Dance, which is the most amazing sort of blue. If I open this up, you can see inside here. Just look at that goodness. Let's get rid of that bit off the edge. Absolutely gorgeous. And then I'm going to combine that with the Snow Angel, which is like an iridescent one. And again, you can just see all those colours dancing in there. But because we're going to have a bit of the blue left over, we can actually start and just change the colours slightly. So I'm going to use my palette knife. You want something that's got a really nice flat edge to it. I'm going to take some of the paste out, and then I'm literally just going to pop this. I just need to work out, so about there to there. Yeah, I'm just going to run this across the top of the design. And then all you want to do, it's like buttering your toast. You're just going to bring the flat edge of that palette knife. Now I'll probably end up with a little bit of this on the cardstock underneath, but I'm not too worried. And literally you're sort of pushing it through the stencil, but then dragging the surplus out of the way. Okay, and I'm going to come part way down with the blue. So again, just pushing it in there, and then using the flat of that palette knife to get a nice even coverage. And then any that's left over, don't waste it, pop it back in that pot there. And again, any that's sort of surplus on the stencil, I'm just going to take that extra off there and pop it back in. So we'll put the lid back on that one so that we don't get into strife. I'm just going to use a quick wipe to get any surplus off here, because I don't want to contaminate that next colour. So just going into the pot for the white, the iridescent, I don't want the blue on there. So I'm now going to take some of this one, and we're going to start sort of where the blue is, and you can just see how this is creating the most gorgeous sort of shade going on here. So again, little bit extra out of there. I've probably gone way further across than I needed to, but now you'll find again that this one particularly, because of the iridescent nature of it, if you use this on a different colour cardstock, you'll get a different finish. This is showing up that lovely sort of turquoisey shade because we're on the black card. Now be careful if you've dragged it through the blue. If you've got a mixture on here, don't be tempted to pop it back in. You can keep a spare empty tub and put any mixture so that you end up with like a rainbow paste, but just at this moment in time, forgive me, I'm just going to get rid of that excess because I don't want to contaminate my iridescent. So that one again can go in here. And then all I'm going to do is lift this off the back piece. So again, I'm just going to take it away from the tape. I'm going to drop that straight into my water bath and just submerge it so that the glitter's under the water. And then we have got that gorgeous, as I knew I'd gone a little bit further, but you could use this, cut this strip when it's dry and use this as well. But just look at that detail. Now it is still wet, so it does take, as I say, about 20 minutes, half an hour or so to get a good finish on it. It depends where you're working. You know, if I'm working during the day, on a sunny day in my conservatory, it dries quite quickly. But obviously if it's a little bit cooler, it's going to take a bit longer. So I've done exactly that. I'm covered in glitter now, which I always end up. And I've done that again. You can see here when it's dried, you've got that exact same effect. So again, if I just tilt you this one, can you see how that lovely, I mean, this was actually, this, you've just seen me do it on this one, but on the black card, you're getting that gorgeous sort of turquoise effect coming through with the blue. Absolutely gorgeous.
Wow.
So I'm going to leave that one over there to dry off for a little bit. Just try and get rid of, I think I'm wiping more on as I'm trying to wipe it off. There we go. And then, as I say, I've taken the bow from the Christmas poinsettia, if I can just find that one for you. And I've done exactly the same, but I've used the gold on this one. So you can see I've laid that over the top. And this is just going to be my little banner that goes across the middle. And I just wanted to mix and match those colours so that you could see some of them in action. So all I'm going to do with this is keep it very, very simple. I've got my card blanket at the ready. I've got a very simple mat and layer. So we're going to pop that one down on the card mats. Again, just slide that one into place. Just left a very, very narrow border on that one. Try not to transfer all my glittery fingers all over everything. And then this one is going to go, so you've got that nice white border there. Okay. So again, I'm going to use the tape pen on the back of this one so that I get an instant stick, because I want to work over the top of it with that bow. So again, just get the adhesive on the back. And then again, you know, it doesn't matter whether you have the blue at the top or the turquoise, whichever way you want it. I'm going to fade from the blue down into the turquoise there. Give that a good press. And then I've made another piece here that we're going to pop the gold in, like so. Okay, so again, I'm going to stick that one down with the tape pen. And again, it's sort of choosing the right glue for the right job. Because we're going to lay this over the top of the glitter now, and you want it to stick over the glitter here, I would either be using some red line tape, or I'm going to go back to my tacky glue. The tacky glue will stick lots and lots of different surfaces. So it will stick metal work down, it will stick wooden buttons and things like that. It will stick fabrics down. So because I'm going onto that glitter and I want a nice good stick on there, we're going to use some of that tacky, excuse me. Gosh, I think it's the dry air.
Do you need some water, Jan?
The studio. I've got some underneath, thank you, Debbie. So I'm just going to pop that one right across the centre here. Just hold that down while that grabs onto that glitter underneath, because that wet glue soaks into the fibres in the other elements underneath. And then I've just got a tiny little sentiment. It just says, let it snow. So whatever you've got in the other collections. And I've got some foam pads on there. And again, because it's going onto the glitter, I'm going to add that little drop of wet glue so that that can grab hold of the glitter there. So again, you know, you could have, I might put this one down here, or I could, I'm not going to cover up all the turquoise, we'll go with it at the top. Might pop it in the middle like so. Let it snow. And again, you've got those gorgeous, as I say, the amount of glitter that are in the paste is phenomenal, it really is. Again, if we can get it to just catch the light, you can see that sparkle now, it's dried on there. It's just second to none. I mean, I've used a lot of glitter paste in my time, but these are really, really sparkly.
That is
so yeah,
stunning.
beautiful addition to extend that original collection with some lovely colours in there.
Yeah, absolutely. The bows are my absolute favourite, and I think because you can use them all year round, so you can use them whatever you, I mean, like you say, weddings, like
I mean, you could actually
perfect.
fussy cut round it. It doesn't have to be a border. You could actually fussy cut that out, couldn't you? And use it as an actual bow with maybe a little gem in the centre. It would be gorgeous as just as a finished decoration.
Beautiful. I love that sample. That's absolutely stunning. I think anything that has these glitter pastes on it is literally going to sparkle to whoever receives it. So they're absolutely beautiful. The colours you're getting in, I mean, look at that sparkle. They are absolutely beautiful. So you're getting your poinsettia, your fairy lights, your holly and ivy, your silver bells, ice dance, and your snow angel. And they come in those 50ml pots. We've also got the stencils that our Jan was using, but she was mixing and matching them. This one is your graceful snowflakes, so another beautiful design there. Absolutely gorgeous, that one. You've then got your holly jolly Christmas. Couldn't get my words out. And that's the one she mixed it with, which is your Christmas poinsettia, using those bows and the snowflakes. And then the last one in that collection, you've got your festive, feeling festive, which is that Santa Claus with the bells and that beautiful snowflake scene. If you're platinum price, £24.80 or $30.40. Right, we're going to let you check out your baskets. We're just going to have a little bit of a short break, and we will see you back here in just a second.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
I have to tell you, every single person works tirelessly behind the scenes, and I can't just give a shout out to one person, because for me it has to be John, Tracy and Jake.
Going to give a shout out to our backstage hero, and I'm actually going to say heroes. It has got to be our product coordination team. It's got to be.
Because without those three people, when we're on air, we wouldn't be able to function like we do. They make sure we have everything we need, right from the samples to the product to having a drink of water throughout the show. They really look after us.
You see us day in, day out, 7 days a week, live on TV. We're crafting away, we're hopefully inspiring you. Every single card, every single product, every single tool that we touch has come from product coordination. Those guys are the unsung hero. They're there making sure we have the products, we have the inks, we have the tools, we have everything that we need. We have the power to actually work our Gemini ranges. The smooth running of behind the scenes of Crafters TV is all down to our product coordination team.
My unsung hero has to be Tracy. I'm going to give a little shout out to our Tracy.
I think if I had to nominate somebody, I'd probably go with Tracy.
Because Tracy keeps me fully supplied with cups of tea whenever I'm working here. She always finds me the things that I've lost, and she's always great to be around.
Sort of get involved with our sample library, which is massive. It's where all the samples are kept, all nice and neatly, all labelled up. And part of their job is to get the necessary samples out for the shows that we do every day, get them all ready and prepared, often display them, tidy them away again, pop them back in the sample library, and that takes an inordinate amount of time.
Because they literally are the cogs that keep us working, and I don't think a lot of people realise just what they do for us in terms of getting everything show ready so that we can come in, get ready and be relaxed to go on air and do those kind of things.
So that is just a small part of what they do, you know, as well as being floor managers during the shows, getting us any products that we need, and most importantly, bringing the coffee.
Everybody on screen knows I make everybody's tea and coffee.
Ah, heroes in the studio. You know what? All our backstage, couldn't think of the word, thank you Charlotte, backstage team worked tirelessly. I need to put my teeth in tonight, don't I? It's getting late, around the building, so we are very blessed to have them all, that's for sure. Everyone was loving your last card. Fred was saying he loves that shine on there. Lois is saying beautiful. Anne is saying Jan needs a drink. Lovely card from Faye. Laurie's saying Jan, this is amazing. I think because she was coughing earlier, so I was just recapping on that. So we've only got Jake in the building. He's very busy, very busy. Roseanne is saying, beautiful. Sweet Ting saying, can anyone remember the fabric cards? How would I do those? I loved all the glitter. Fabric cards? You'll have to, Sweet Imp, you'll have to give us a little bit more information on those ones. You loved all the glitter. Were they on the fabric cards? Melanie is saying, love this card. And Lois is saying, gorgeous card. Thank you, Jan. Yes, absolutely beautiful cards. And we got more. We got more. Would you like more? Okay, 12 days of Christmas. I love this collection. I think it's been one of the nicest Christmas collections we've had in. It's just got beautiful designs. I think the 12 days of Christmas really does encompass all of that Christmas joy, doesn't it? Because there's so much to it. I absolutely love everything in this collection that we have left now, which is the stamp set. So if you want a nice stamp set for your Christmas makes, we've got that for you. So you've got your Christmas cheer, happy Christmas, warm wishes, and obviously the 12 days of Christmas just down there. We've also got embossing folders in this collection. The beautiful, I'm going to say peacock then, it's not a peacock at all, the partridge in a pear tree. We've got that background foliage embossing folder as well. We've also got the most amazing tag die in here as well. I absolutely love this. I think if you wanted maybe to do a gift card where you can stick a gift card to it, you can make the tag, you can make it as long or as short as you want to. It also has the most amazing Merry Christmas font sentiment on there. Plus you're getting all that foliage and the poinsettia as well to decorate. That one is going to come in so handy. We've also got the creator card here with that beautiful Christmas tree and those baubles. So literally cutting into a card blank, creating that entire front of the card, and the same as the creator card partridge in a pear tree. Love that one as well. You can go back and watch Jan's first demo and she showed us how to use that one. And we've also got the most amazing stamp set. Now my stamp sets have vanished on the top here. You will get the full stamp set and all the dies to cut them out, creating all the 12 days of Christmas. Jan was saying earlier about putting these all on your crackers if you're making crackers. They're great for embellishments for so many of your Christmas makes, your tags, your gift bags, lots of different things. I think they're absolutely beautiful, so love that one. And I've just got a couple of samples, but I'm sure Jan will have some of her own as well, of that partridge in a pear tree. It's absolutely beautiful. So doing one with full-on colour and one just adding either your gold gilding waxes, or you could use your shimmer ink pads just to go over the top. So absolutely beautiful. Jan, you've got another demo with this collection.
I certainly have, yes. We went through some of the samples earlier on with the first demo, so I'm going to jump straight into the second one because, well, look, I'm just looking at the clock, we're on 7:20 already. It's like, I really do not know. I'm sure they press a fast forward button when we go live because it just disappears. So again, have a look through the collection, have a look which bits you want to work with. I've taken the Christmas Wishes embossing folder. Okay, I've taken the 12 Days of Christmas stamp and die set, and I've also used one of the sentiments from the Warm Wishes acrylic stamp set. So first thing I did was actually just take some plain black, matte black cardstock. I've cut this to the size of the panel that I want to use on the card, and I've passed that through the embossing folder, which doesn't really show up very well on the black. So we're actually going to add some gilding wax, and I want to be quite heavy this time with the gilding wax. Normally we say use a light hand, but I actually want to pretty much turn my card gold. So I've actually got the Empire Gold this time, which is a much lighter one. And I'm going to go quite heavy with it. We normally say just go lightly first so that you can catch the top of the embossing. But this time I actually want to create the illusion that a lot of this is on the gold. So again, I'm sort of pressing much harder than I would do normally to get that gold all over and pretty much turn that piece of black cardstock so that you've got that lovely gold lustre finish on it from the gilding wax there. So all the way round like so. Okie dokes. And again, we'll just get rid of that excess and clean everything up so we've got a nice clean working space. So you can see that detail from the embossing folder now much, much better. Now we've got the gilding wax on there. Now you could do this straight onto a piece of gold cardstock. If you're not so fond of the gilding waxes and you don't like to use them, then you could just use gold cardstock and pop this straight on. But this way you've still got an element of the black in those little indentations where the embossing is. It gives you almost like a metal effect. With it. It's really, really clever. So what I've done there is I've done that, and I've done that 4 times, and I've just matted it onto some plain gold satin card again. So I've got these, I've got 4 of them identical that I've done just like I showed you here. And these are going to go, this is the one that I said earlier where we're going to have a go at that sort of accordion fold. So I've created my card blank here, and we're looking at 5.5 inches square. Scored it in the centre, and then I've just scored it here to fold back on itself again. So we've got that fold back. It's almost a Z fold here. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop one of these panels in each of these. Now you could have done a square one for this side if you want. I wanted those 4 sort of long panels, and again I'm just going to use that tape pen and we'll get those stuck in out of the way there. So it doesn't matter what order, and what I like about this is that it can go pretty much any way. It's a lovely all over print, and when you take notice of what's actually in the embossing folder, the one that I showed you earlier that had the foliage in with the tag die, this has actually got similar elements in there. You can see you've got those fern leaves, you've got the holly leaves, you've got the berries there. So, that theme is carried through, right through the actual collection. So again, we're just going to pop all those panels in. And this is going to be the back section of my card. And then we're going to make that separate little accordion piece to go in the centre. And that's where I'm going to bring the stamps in. So we'll just get those in and pop that to one side, like so. So we've now got that lovely kind of fold back effect on that Z fold. So pop that to one side. Then I brought in the stamp set, and again, you've got the most gorgeous set. I'll just show you these on the back here to cover those whole 12 days. Again, useful for all sorts of things. The 5 gold rings could be on a wedding or an engagement card. You've got the little toy drum there, which could be on a birthday card for a little boy or something like that. So many different ones. Little pair of the ballet slippers there. So again, that could be a little girl's birthday card. So don't think it just has to be used. You've got the top hat here with the cane. So again, that would mix nicely with some of the other collections. So much usage out of those. And then you've got the dies that will cut out each and every one. So whether you prefer to stamp first and pop the dies over the top, or die cut first and then stamp into them, whichever you prefer to do is sort of your choice. So what I did is I've taken again some of the matte black card, and I've actually stamped these out with a clear sticky ink. And again, they're not easy for you to see, I appreciate. We're going to do the same with the gilding wax in a second. You can just see I've used a clear embossing powder. What I wanted to create was almost not a resist technique, but this will show up when we put the gilding wax on. So just chose 3 of the designs, stamped them with the sticky ink, and then put a clear embossing powder over the top. And then I've also done the same with the sentiment. I've gone for the 12 days of Christmas, and again, you can just see that it's got that sort of shiny embossing on there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go over this again with the gilding wax like we did with those embossed panels. And again, quite heavy. I want to actually turn the whole thing, but the stamped area now looks as if it's been embossed into the cardstock. It's sort of a nice, neat little technique. Because it's raised where you've done the heat embossing, you're going to get that look that it's an embossed panel, and it's actually been done with the stamps. So again, you can see there now where that 12 Days of Christmas jumps out. All right, so again, let me just clean that little bit up off there. And I've done that exactly the same with the little squares again and matted them to match the inside. So we've got the little partridge, got the French hens, and the 5 gold rings there. And again, if I just tip them slightly, you can see that stamp detail just acting as like an embossed area on them. So what we're going to do with these then, I've made my little accordion insert to go inside my card here. So what this is going to do is it's going to behave like we make the Z-fold cards, and it's going to stick to this one and it's going to come on the inside here. So we're creating that sort of image a little bit like we make the Z-folds. It's just not reaching the end of the card. So before I stick that in, I'm going to pop my panels on. So again, it doesn't really, you can have them in order of the, you know, of the rhyme. It's entirely up to you how you want to put them in. So again, we're going to pop that tape on there and just stick these inside the squares. Okay, so that's number 2. If you wanted to highlight these as well, your alcohol pens will work over the top of the gilding wax. So if you did want to add a little bit of colour, you could just touch the alcohol pens in there, one of the sets with the fine nibs. But I'm just going to leave it. I just want that gold. And then I've done the same. I've matted the 12 Days of Christmas again, just so that everything matches. And then we're going to pop this together. So because I'm going on to the gilding wax again, I'm going to go with that tacky glue. And I want this to sort of fit. So I'm going to cut, I want that, we need to get that angle right on the inside there. So I just need a small amount of glue on the outside of the first one, just down that outside edge. And then I'm going to close the whole thing up because I want this to be kind of centered. So now I'm looking at this with a view to what border I've got going all the way round.
I love this, Jan, such a nice demo.
And then
different.
Just hold that for a second until that glue grabs again. Because we're working onto the wax, which has a slightly different finish, that tacky glue will do the job. And then again, I'm just going to turn it over. And that one's going to stick in the middle there. So we can pop our glue all the way around this one. And then if you actually close it fast, close the card too, you'll ensure that you've got that piece in the right place then. Okay. So you can see now we've got that lovely kind of accordion shape going on. You've got that like a Z fold going on inside. And then again, I'm just going to pop this one up in the top corner there like so. We'll get that one stuck down in a second. And then if you remember this morning, if you were watching this morning, I showed you all that beautiful foliage that came with the tag die.
Yes.
And again, I've die cut lots of different pieces with the gold poinsettia, some of the black. And rather than stick all these in place, because I have still got another demo that I want to sneak in there, I'm just going to bring in that finished sample that we've done here that shows you that in situ. And I've just added some little clusters of those detail. Pop my sentiment in and you've got that design that will stand. And if I turn you that round, there you go.
That is absolutely beautiful.
different,
I
isn't it?
love how you've put that gilding wax on because it really brings out, it looks so different. I love that, absolutely beautiful card. Everyone's agreeing on that, so stunning, elegant. Jan, love it. Sarah's, sorry, not Sarah, Sarah B. Sarah B's mum, or Sarah B's mum. Jan is the best teacher. I love her explanations,
Oh, bless
absolutely. I hope I have clear embossing powder in my stash. That's magic, Jan. Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things, isn't it, that when you do it, it's magic every single time.
Yeah.
So in such a nice way. And sometimes we just forget those small detailed things, and it makes a big difference because it has that wow factor. Now, if you want to be creating, just like our Jan, 12 Days of Christmas is in this collection. It's beautiful. That 12 Days of Christmas down here, you will get your stamp sets. Mine's missing from our actual design board here, but you can see that all of these cut out and coloured just look absolutely amazing. But I love the fact that you can just stamp them out if you wish. There is a beautiful creator card die in there, which is that beautiful partridge in a pear tree, just cutting into the front or cutting the actual design out. Same with this one as well, cutting out the actual panel or cutting into your cardstock with that beautiful Christmas tree and those baubles. Love that one for paper piecing, maybe a shaker card, absolutely stunning. That foliage that Jan was using, this is the one it comes on, so it's the one with the tags, that Merry Christmas, you're getting that poinsettia and all those little bits of foliage that you can use on so many different makes. We've got embossing folders in here, again, the one Jan was using with gilding wax. Pop some gilding wax in your basket, you'll absolutely love it and you'll be using it all the time. We've also got the partridge in the pear tree embossing folder, and then the last piece in that collection is the gorgeous sentiment stamps as well. Using those to heat emboss onto your cardstock, creating that resist technique is just going to look absolutely beautiful. If you want that collection today, we've got it on offer for £48 platinum or $60 if you are in the United States. Right, so yes, lots of love coming through for that, Jan. So Lois saying beautiful card, thank you, Jan. Louise is saying beautiful card, Jan. Diane is saying very pretty. Chaz is saying, does the gilding wax need time to dry to avoid it transferring onto your fingers again? And your pens, I suppose, Jan. So is it just a case of buffing?
It is, yes. I must admit I didn't do that on that piece that I demoed, but yeah, it's sort of, I'm not sure why, because obviously it's wax-based, the Pebeo gilding wax, and you tend to think of wax as being waxy, but it does dry pretty much as soon as you've finished applying it to the cardstock. So what we normally do, and I must admit I did actually miss that one out. I mean, there's no residue coming off here at all, but what we often do is just take a smooth cloth and give it a little buff, because what this will do is bring up the shine. So this was designed originally as a product for helping renovate furniture. So when you're upcycling and renovating old furniture, it was intended to go on the wood, you know, the chest of drawers and things. But you can see there's very little residue on my cloth. Now, I know that one was done a few minutes ago, but it doesn't take long. You know, once you've applied it, and by the time you've cleaned your mat and cleaned your fingers, you can go through and do this, and you just get the most gorgeous lustre on it with that little buff.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
So yeah, it does dry pretty quickly, and it doesn't transfer back off again once it's dry.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing, thank you, Jan. And Eve B is saying, I can't wait to get my little die cuts to make those gold poinsettias. Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing better than gold poinsettias and all that foliage in gold or glitter card. It's going to be amazing. Right, the card bases you're absolutely loving tonight, and I'm not surprised. They were launched this week with Sarah. Say this week? No, last week with Sarah, losing track of the days. Absolutely beautiful designs. Or was it the weekend? I can't really remember now. But but we've got our Christmas cheers, that gorgeous Christmas tree. You're getting 127 dies in total and 45 stamps. So you're getting all of this gingerbread house as well with a little gingerbread man. You're getting the stamps in there as well, all the candy canes, all the sort of hearts, balloons, all the accessories, all those pieces to make that gingerbread house. You're also getting the Jolly Penguin. Boy, is he a jolly penguin. I absolutely love him. You can go back and watch Jan's demo on Wake Up Call to see the actual penguin. Beautiful design. I mean, cut out in different colours. He's just going to look different every single time you do him. Absolutely love that. Oh, do you know what else you could do, Jan? I was thinking on his scarf and hats, you could use the glitter paste through the stencils, couldn't you, on there, and actually have them patterned. Yeah, it'd be absolutely gorgeous. Same with the snowman as well. So you could actually add the glitter paste to his body of the snowman. Maybe those snowflakes in the clear glitter, couldn't you? It would look amazing.
I was thinking with the penguin as well, Debbie. You know, we talked about that earlier. Let me just grab my little guy from down here.
Oh, yes, please.
That sort of inside die that makes the body. So we've got here that white element.
Yep.
If you cut that die into your outline and make an aperture, and then put the white piece behind it, put some acetate in, you could actually make a little penguin with a shaker tummy.
Oh, yes, you could.
Would be brilliant. You know,
that
you could have the shaker
amazing.
pieces behind that little window and give him a shaker tummy, which would be great fun as
love
well,
that idea. It would be amazing, yes. Let us know what sort of ideas you come up with as well. But yes, so the snowman is the last in that collection. So you're getting those four different dies, but you're getting 127 dies in total, which is absolutely incredible. Jan, which one are you going to be using of these next?
We're going to make the gingerbread house.
Oh, amazing. I'm
the
so
gingerbread
pleased.
house, yes. So, and we're actually going to have a go at making this 3D just by adding some panels to it. So again, the bit that I can't emphasise enough with these is just how much metal work there is there. You've got all sorts of elements. Not only do you have that outside die, which we're going to cut the little gingerbread houses. So this is the main sort of die here. And I'm going to cut that out of, well, I've already cut that out of some craft card. So you can see we've got that shape going on there. And I've cut that twice because I want to have a go at making this 3D. So we're going to do a front and a back. And then I've created some panels to go in between. Just popped a little bit of ink around the edges just to give that sort of baked look. You know, when you're baking gingerbread, it tends to brown around the edge, doesn't it? And then on here, you can go to town with all those different elements. So I've got a little packet full of bits and pieces again that I've been busy die cutting, and I used some red glitter card for some of this because I just think the red and the craft card for Christmas is beautiful. So you can see here we've got that lovely sort of iced gable effect that is going to go on the front here. Let me grab my tweezers. There we go, look like so. So that one's going to decorate the front. And then I've cut out the little doorway here. You can see here at the bottom, we've got the doorway, this one. All right, so that's going to go over here. And then we've got the window. So these are all part of the die collection. I've got the little snow pile, as if it's accrued at the bottom there, whether it be snow or if it's icing, whichever you prefer. And then we've got a little window to go in the door there. I've got candy canes, which I'm going to pop up at the top, like so. And then again, you know, you've got the snow that goes at the bottom of the window. The little gingerbread people are so cute. So again, I've just cut these out here. You can see these fit just lovely in there. And then I've just added a little bit of pen on the bottom. I've got some little extra embellishments from the die set. You know, you can go to town with this, just wherever you want to add. And again, I haven't used everything. I've just used certain pieces. You've got all those lovely little lollipops and the candies here, the larger size in the candies, got the candy canes and then the candy twists. You've got extra pieces to create the house. You've got the scalloped edges. So many different elements that you could have fun with making. But what I wanted to do before I put all the elements on, and I've got one actually finished, so I may not stick all the little tiny elements on because those are the bits that take the time. So we've got our two pieces, and then I've just measured how far I wanted sort of the depth of this to be. And I've actually just cut some pieces that measure 2.5 inches, and then I've measured the distance on the bottom edge of the house here. So I've added a tab behind it, and we're basically going to stick this behind and put the back on the other side. So I've done that twice for the sides, two the same. So these actually measure 3.5, and they are 2.5 deep. And then I've just scored at 1/2 inch to make a glue tab to stick them together. And then I've done the same. I've measured the distance along here, along the roof, and I've made another piece that is going to be my sort of roof structure. So this is going to stick behind here like so. So again, this one measures 8.5, and then I've got that same distance at 3.5 to match these pieces that we've cut, including those 1/2 inch tabs that I've scored and folded. So what we're going to do then, I'm going to use the wet glue. I'm going to use my tacky glue for this so that I can get everything in place. So we're just going to pop, let me have a look. Did I put that? I can't remember whether I did the roof first or whether I put the pieces in. Yeah, I think we'll put the roof in place first. So literally down one side of here, I'm going to put my glue along that glue tab that we've created with that 1/2 inch piece. And I've just cut away the centre there because obviously these are going to fold and match the die cut piece. So I needed room for these to actually come together. So I've literally just cut a section out of the middle there. And then I'm going to take my roof section and just marry that up with the outside edge there and just give that chance for that glue to stick.
That's a great idea, adding that extra bit of card.
And then again, we're going to do the same at the other side and just give that one a chance. So again, we can get in there with the burnishing tool and just make sure that's stuck, okay? And then I'm going to do the same at the other side and get that back piece in place. Now, if you prefer to use your red line tape, that would work with this as well. But I just think whenever you're doing the construction, you've got just that second or two to get things in place when it's a wet glue. The red line tape is very sticky, and I am a great lover of it. You know, I've often said I use it way too much. But this way, you've got room to just ease everything into place where you want it. And I've got that running flush with the edge of that tab there on each side. Okay, and then the same on this side. So we've created sort of that roof piece already. And again, just get in there with the burnishing tool and give it a good rub into place there. So you can see so far we've got the roof going on and making it more 3D. And then these pieces are just going to sit inside, just slightly inset. I'm not going to bring these out to the outside. I just want to inset them slightly, about 1/4 inch or so. And again, I'm going to pop that wet glue on the glue tabs. I'll do both of them at the same time this time. And I want to tuck this underneath the edge of the roof, but I'm also going to run it in line with the edge of the card bases. So I've got about 1/4 inch. You can just see the little lip here. And the same at this side. And again, this is where that wet glue comes in handy because you can put it into place. The glue dries clear, so if you do get any sort of stray bits, you can just rub it away. And you can see now we've got the side of that house coming on nicely. Okay, so again, I'm just going to pop in there with my burnishing tool when I'm happy with them. It just gives that glue, make sure that all the air bubbles have gone out of it and it sticks in place. And then we're going to do the same with that last one. Now you could do this, you know, the craft card lends itself to being gingerbread, I must admit. But you know, how about making them, you know, not in the craft card and making them more patterned? You could have a rainbow house, you know, make it out of rainbow coloured card. You could really go to town with it again. So again, I'm going to pop this one inside and I'm just going to take it about 1/4 inch or so. I've lined it up with the bottom edge of the die cut. And then this side, we're going to do the same and just leave that little bit of lip here. Okay. And again, once you're happy with that positioning, just pop them in place. So you can see now we've actually got our little house. Okay, if I turn it round, you've got room inside there. If you wanted to put a slot in here and a base in it, you could make it into a little money box and maybe have like a box. If this was the base with a tab in it that tucked in so that you could open it, you could actually make it into a little money box. And then again, you know, the detailing on this, there's so many dies to play with. I'm not going to do the whole thing because I can see the time ticking away, but you get the idea as to how these go together. You've got our demos, you've got the inspiration on the front of the actual packaging. And I know you said earlier, Debbie, that our Michelle's going to do a craft along with this, so she'll be able to go into much more detail than what I have done here. So again, we've got that icing across the top. We've got a little bit across the bottom. You can see how it's all going to come together. Okay, again, if I pop that one across the bottom here, so whether it's icing or whether it's snow, again, cut out a glitter card, it would look lovely. And again, however you want to pop this together, as I say, I'm not going to put them all on because I've got one that's actually finished for you guys, but where, you know, you could have these at the side if you don't want them up at the top. You could have the little heart up at the top here. You've got the little gingerbread guy, could be stood in the doorway. So many different ways that you can have a play with this. But if I bring this one in, and I've just taken a sentiment from one of the old collections again, and then I've gone round the edges of the white with my glue pen and just added a little bit of glue in places to make it sparkle. But you can just see how you've got that lovely little 3D. Let me move all these bits out of the way for you. That lovely sort of 3D aspect to it. You can decorate the reverse of it as well if you want, or you could pop a message, do a little matte layer and pop a message on here. But really, really good fun to play with. They really are.
Jan, that is absolutely beautiful. So if you want to create a gingerbread house, you can do these. Jan, can I get you to line up your makes for the show, and then we'll get we'll get a vote underway.
Yeah.
But this is your gingerbread house. You'll see how many dies that are on there. So many beautiful designs. Do it whatever colour that you want your gingerbread house to be, and make sure you stock up on that craft card because you'll be making them time and time again. You've got your graceful snowman in that one as well, with lots of different accessories, plus those stamps to make his expressions different. You've also got your penguin, so a graceful, graceful snowman, jolly penguin, and then we've also got the amazing Christmas tree as well. All those designs, 127 dies in total for £75 or $94. Right, Jan, let's have a count up of your makes.
Oh, we managed to get all 5 in again, didn't we?
It's amazing.
Today? Yeah, so I just can't believe how quickly it goes. So we started out with that beautiful 12 Days of Christmas collection, again mixing it and matching it with other papers if you don't have the paper collection, but basically showcasing that gorgeous partridge in a pear tree there, that lovely creator card. So that was number 1. Number 2, we brought out the shaped cards, and I showed you how to make these into a card this morning, but we've just used them as a topper element here, and used Mr. and Mrs. Snowman there, stood waiting, having a holly jolly Christmas. So that was number 2. Number 3, we broke out the glitter paste, and we've just used a combination of 2 of the different stencils there with some of the colours, just to show you that gorgeous sparkle. So that was number 3. Number 4, we were back to 12 days, and we used that embossed, clear emboss technique with the gilding wax to make it look as if these stamps were actually embossed in the centre there. So that was number 4. And then number 5, we've just made that beautiful little gingerbread house there with the shape dies again. So it could be a card blank, just adding these extra panels. And this can be as wide or as narrow as you wish. Again, just to give you that little 3D house. Number 5.
Amazing. So get your votes in, 1 to 5. What is your favourite? I think I know what my one is, that's for sure. Right, let's go to £10 Tuesday. We're still in Tuesday. We still have those £10 deals. And boy, you're loving them. Now, I have to push this one because you've got to grab this pad. This is my deal of the day. £10 or $10, £8 if you're platinum, or $8, which is amazing. Honestly, it's insane. You're getting 24 double-sided linen cardstock, 12 by 12, the colours of summer, which is incredible. You're saving £6.99 on this. These are £17 bar a penny, this pad. So I can't believe, and it's new. We've not had them in that long ago, so I can't believe we've put these in £10 Tuesday. But our loss is absolutely your gain, because grab these while you can. You know you're always going to be needing those solid colours to go through all your different makes and creating and embossing and making card blanks and your mats and layers and die cutting. They're absolutely stunning. You're getting in all that different colourways you can see there. Now, if you want a pattern paper that's going to go beautifully with these, we've got another £10 deal on a paper pad as well. Another amazing deal. This one is your Venetian Grace. I absolutely love this paper pad. I know you do. Even if you've got one, treat yourself to another one. £10, yes please. £8 platinum, yes please, even more. Absolutely beautiful designs on this one. It has the most amazing backdrops, the florals on here, that scenery from Venice is just beautiful. You all loved it when it came out. It wasn't even that long ago that we brought out the Venetian Grace. It was just one of our beautiful collections that we had in. Absolutely stunning. There's so much to see in our paper pads. Just look inside and you'll find so many different things in the background, in the foregrounds. It's just beautiful. And again, in our £10 deal, that will go back up in price from tomorrow. So make sure you grab that, but especially that one. You've been loving both of those. Now, another thing, another item that's in our £10 deals, our scissors. I mean, you cannot go wrong with the scissors. They are absolutely amazing. Everyone loves our scissors because they do what they say. They work, they're sharp, they cut through so many things. They keep shape, they keep sharp. They have a ruler on them as well. So if you did want to be precise, or you want to do some feathering, and just wanted to cut an inch up along different places, you can actually have that measurement on them, which is amazing. But you're getting them for £8 platinum or $8 platinum. Absolutely amazing deal. Normally $15.99, today £10 or $10. Now the last one I want to show you, oh no, not the last one, I've got another one to show you actually, but I don't have it in the studio. The vellum pack, you've been loving this one as well. Another £10 buy, $12.99 normally, you're saving $2.99. Again, platinum price £8 or $8. Now the vellums in this pad are absolutely beautiful. They're going to match all those papers in your that you had in the pad, but they all come in vellum. The designs on here are just beautiful. Put your vellums onto different coloured backgrounds like white, cream, cardstock, and black card, white card. It's going to look different in everything you do. It is just absolutely beautiful. Love those designs, and I know how much you love vellum. So grab them while you can as well. £10 a day in those £10 Tuesday. Now the last one I want to show you today, which we've got a picture of, Jan was saying earlier about using the red liner tape. Now this bundle is brilliant. It's actually half price nearly. It's incredible. So please go for these ones. You know, red liner tape is something that's going to last you through all your crafting. You're getting 7 rolls in different widths for only £8 platinum or $8. That's absolutely amazing. So grab that one as well. You're loving those £10 Tuesday deals today, so make sure you grab them. Right, we do have a demo of the show, and then we can get a demo of the day going. It's demo number 4, Jan.
Excellent. So that was the gilding wax, wasn't it?
Yeah,
so
and I'm not surprised actually about that one. I thought it was going to be the gingerbread house, I have to be honest.
Just different, that technique, isn't it?
Yeah.
Using that clear embossing powder to do the clear embossing, and then using the gilding wax just makes it look as if it's actually embossed. a nice
Honestly,
neat little
yeah, it's
technique.
beautiful. So I'm not surprised you chose that one. Right now, you've got to make another decision. So the first one we had in Wake Up Call this morning, number 1, with that beautiful tag and that little gift bag that Jan done. Number 2 is the Bohemian from our Crafters Inspiration magazine. And number 3 is Jan's one that you just voted card of the show. So 1, 2, or 3. There we go. So get your votes in for those ones. Now, talking about the magazines, let's just bring them in because they are amazing. You've been loving these today. I adore that Jan done a masterclass with these because it just shows you all the different things that you can do with them. Not that's only in the magazine, but things that Jan's done her own take on. Now, the Bohemian one here, sorry, I'm showing you the second one first, but it doesn't matter. It's number 1 and 2. You're getting both of those. £25 or $40. You're saving over 15%. It's the best way to shop is to get both of them together. Plus, you get 100 bonus points as well. Platinum price is £20 or $32. Now, in your box set, you can see you're getting lots of inspiration in there, but in the actual box itself, you will get your magazine. So that will show you all that different inspiration that you've got in there. All your Crafters Inspiration magazine, literally from cover to cover, showing you all sorts of things, shows you what you're getting in the box, so all those freebies that you're getting. Also a catch up with Sarah. In the other one we've got a catch up with Leanne. There's lots of different projects in there that you can be creating, lots of different step-by-step instructions. These all have skill levels from beginners to intermediates to advanced crafters, and you can be crafting to your heart's content with all these different projects, literally pages and pages and pages of projects. On top of that, you are getting the most amazing embossing folder. I love this one. I see fishy, kissy fishes in there earlier.
Can't see that anymore.
Everyone said they never see it until I put it out. Now they can't stop seeing it. You're also getting your dream catcher, which is beautiful. This one has lots of dies on. If I turn it around so you can see all those different dies, they're going to be creating your actual dream catcher, but you can use those very independently as well. Those feather dies are amazing, and that circle die really comes in handy for your more masculine cards. You've then got your stamp set as well, so beautiful stamp set, and then on top of that you are getting the most amazing papers. Now your papers come with toppers, so these toppers, Jan was saying, because they are onto paper but very good quality paper, pop them onto some Nina cardstock to just make them rigid, and then you can trim them out and you've got really nice toppers. You've got the most amazing papers in here as well, which are absolutely beautiful. They're double-sided, so you've got more pattern on one side than the other. Beautiful colour choices and designs, so they're absolutely amazing. Now that's your magazine 2. Your magazine 1, again, you're getting it beautifully boxed. In with that, you're getting that magazine. Inside, those papers have already been taken out, but I have to say, these are probably some of the most beautiful papers I have ever seen. You're getting toppers again with those, so open that one out, but look at these papers. They are truly stunning. There are lots of florals, that really delicate sort of mint greens and lilacs and pinks. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Really love that one. And again, your magazine that has so many different projects for you to copy or put your own take on them. Watch Jan's masterclass back from 2 p.m. today. You'll get lots of inspiration. You're also getting the stamp set with that one. You're getting 2 lots of stencils. You get your layering rose stencil. You're also getting your stencil in here with your background, which is absolutely beautiful. You're getting your Just For You die there, so that's a full die cut that's going to cut out that Just For You. You're also getting the beautiful embossing folder. Tons of things you're getting in there for £25, and what a gift. I think that's a real giftable element with those Crafters Inspiration magazines. So grab those today. They're £20 in the club or $32 and 100 points. Right, do we have a winner? Demo of the day. 3.
Excellent.
Yes,
there
absolutely.
We go. Thank you very much, guys.
I love that, getting a different card. That is so pretty. I absolutely love that one, so I'm not surprised.
It's just a different technique, isn't
Very
it? And
different.
then imagine it, you know, with your different coloured gilding waxes as well, you know, so you could do the more bronzy tones with the bronze card behind it. You've got that really nice dark antique gold. So yeah, it would change the way it looks depending on the different colour gilding wax that you used as well.
Yeah, that's amazing. I absolutely love that. Jan, thank you for today. I've had such a great day.
It's been lovely.
It has been so nice. When are you back with us?
I'm back next Tuesday.
Oh, of course. Jan Tuesday, of course it
we've
is.
got Sarah in the building as well, I think, next Tuesday. So we've got the launch of that beautiful collection.
We haven't shown it. We were going to show it and we haven't shown it. Well, they'll just have to wait now and have a sneaky peek another day because we're nearing the end of the show.
I'm doing the wake-up call and then I'll be back with launch party again and having hopefully get a play with that.
Of course.
That new collection, yes.
Absolutely. Shall I just wait there?
Go on. Show me a bit of it.
Yeah, I will show you a few bits.
It's
Look,
nature's garden.
Because, I mean, it's very nice. The colour palette in this is absolutely beautiful. Look at this flower. Look at that rose. Look at the dimension in that. I mean, it's just beautiful. There is the most amazing flowers in here. It's that English rose. It's that beautiful, just amazing. I mean, you know the paper pad's just going to be exquisite. Look at that dye in the background there. Is that not just yummy? It's just beautiful. Just quickly show you the dyes, show you the stamps, show you that rose, show you the die cutting. I mean, honestly, you got look at that. I love that. Oh, beautiful, it's just there's just so much. It's just so beautiful. You're going to absolutely love it. Thank you for joining us today, Jan. Thank you for just an amazing day. Thank you everyone that's commented today. Sorry I've not got a chance to read yours out, but please join us again tomorrow because our Debbie Romas is going to be up tomorrow. I'm having my debut on QVC tomorrow, extra at 12 o'clock, so I'm very excited for that. But I will see you back up here, I believe, next week. So have a good evening, afternoon, whatever you're up to, and we will see you all back here on Crafts TV tomorrow at 11. Bye for now.